This is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for the old guys who want to learn a new skill and compete with the young crowd. This is video 38M, and what we're going to do is in this video, we're going to create the reports. Now we have here a button to create reports, right? So we want to do that, and that's like I start in. For each of these buttons, we want to check for if some button is set. So we're going to do if is set. Remember that one? A space, and then within here we're going to check for $_post, and of course remember when you enter information and submit a form, it goes into an array. So this is why we have those little brackets here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to create, what do we call it? Create report. I think we got these guys done, right? I think we have these guys done. So what is it called again? Create report. Okay. So we're gonna say here. Don't forget you gotta put it in the single quote. Could be double. So we're gonna say create. You have to spell it the same way. It's case sensitive. Everything in PHP is case sensitive. So you got what is it? Create report, right? You're gonna be checking for, something. Let's put a little space here. You can see it better. This belongs to that one. This belongs to, okay, good. Let's do the curly brace, because that's where all the logic goes. Then we're gonna create an array. We're gonna call it, because we want to check for a specific, let me see. Specific email, because email is kind of like this. 18 will always be Terry until we get rid of it, or of course the email, Terry or whatever. We always go for the email first though. So we're gonna say ID email equals, remember how we filter stuff when it's coming in from an input form? We're gonna say filter, I think I spelled that right. Then within there you're gonna say keyword filter, because it's posts, right? And then of course you're gonna give it the name of the actual field, email. Well, the name that we gave. This comes from the actual form. So if you go to the form, see, email. So that comes from there. And then we're gonna we're gonna put that flag out there, telling it to sanitize, because I'm not using version 8 of PHP. This is deprecated, means that you no longer have to use it. I mean, it still works, but you don't really have to use it. But since I'm using an older version, I'm going to use it. That's not spelled right. Filter, let's make that big. Filter underscore that's spelled wrong. Sanitize. There you go. Email. So what do you think, guys? Are you learning anything here? I hope you are. Well, I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you're learning. Alright, so let's do this. Now we want to check to see if it's empty. Always get in the habit of doing all these little things. Okay, that's going to make you very skillful. So when you go in a job interview, at least you know what you're talking about. Now, if it's empty, we're going to use the header, right? Because we want to redirect you out of here. So we're going to say, give me, I'm taking this. Yeah, still got the chair. Still got the chair. Where should it be? $11. You need to enter an email address, okay? So let's go to 11. That should work. And then we're going to do an else, I mean. And then we're going to say, all right, oh my God, dollar, check, DB, select asterisk from temp table, right? That's the name of the table. Where TMP email equals. Now in this situation, I'm just going to put the actual thing there. This belongs to, what would be dollar ID D email, dollar ID email. Let me see. Temp. Okay, I'll tell you what. We're gonna put in, let's put this. Let's put another one in there. Let's put the lower one. And then this one. Get rid of those two. Say my God, it's gonna say, oh, wait a minute. You're using this here, but you don't have one over there. Don't worry, I'm getting there. Then we're gonna put this one, see? Because it has to be in quotes when you give it information like that. When you're searching, it has to be in quotes. So I put in small quotes because I'm using this over here for that. So this one belongs to this one, and of course you got your two dots. Alright, that should work. Let's see if I get any errors. Might as well tackle it now, right? Why? That was the most funniest thing ever. I hit this and it was trying to give me Yahoo. Alright, so my connect, remember that one? Because you're connecting it again. Then you're going to do the prepare statement. I think we're going to use all this. Let's see. Prepare statement, we're doing, this is going into this query. Little space there. Halloween. You guys eat candy. Halloween candies. Okay, let's see. We got the what would you call the? All right. Oh my God. It's her. You know, we can use the bind, but we're not doing the bind because I'm doing like this. See this? So I don't need to do the bind. The information will show up right in there. I don't have to do. Yes, I know. I'm just showing you that you can actually do it like this to always do really the placeholders. But I'm going to show you that it can be done like this too. So let me see. We have the check. Then we want to execute that. And of course, we want to fetch that information. So I'm going to put check data. Right, we're going to send that in there. Then, of course, we're going to close the connection. Should be closed. Then, I'm going to need this stuff right now. It shouldn't even be this. So we're going to take this, put it right in here. And we'll say as seed, I don't know, data. But then we use, let's change it up. Let's put a C right here, like because of the check, get it? So we'll do that. And then we'll do, let's see, we definitely don't need, we don't need this because I want to just print it out, really. I'm selecting it. I just want to print it out. When I go like this, create report, I want to be able to show it. It'll come up. This is for the JSON. This creates the report, but it'll show it. And this updates. Okay, let's see. So if we did that, we're going to need to do the, let's see. Okay, let's put it. Oh man, my legs. Yeah, guys, when you get that age, man, your legs start to react. Okay, so let's go over here. Let's do this $rect report. We're going to go like this. We're going to say, let's give it a no. Then we're going to say direct report. Then we're going to say dot, like that. And then we're going to create a, let's go heading, like that. Oops. Now we're going to say H1. We're going to call it report. What do you say? Reports. What do you think, guys? It's one person since we're it's one person, so I guess I say report. Alright, so we'll do this. Close that up, right? Every time you open up an element, you gotta close that element. Just like that. See, you can add regular HTML stuff within PHP. It's funny, you could do PHP, you could add PHP within the HTML, but you can also do HTML within the PHP. And you saw that already because I was doing it for the other buttons. Alright, so now we're gonna, let's call this guy up again. And then we're gonna take all this out. Because now that I created that, I want to create the table. So we're gonna do the old table. And of course the table has a TR for the row. Then you have TH, that's what will be the header, right? And then we're going to say ID, and then we're going to close that up. Then we're going to open another one. We're going to say first name, like that. We're going to close that up. Let's see. Then we're going to open, let's copy and paste. That's one thing you're gonna do a lot, because sometimes when you create stuff, you don't want to keep typing the same thing. So we're gonna do last name. Time is money, man. They want things done quick, but at the same time done right. So email. Would that be all right? Sure, Mac. Then we got this HT. So now we're gonna close that one up. Like this. Okay, now we're going to add the actual stuff. So we're going to do the for each, and then we're going to put this stuff inside here. Let's bring that up a bit. Let's take this. And then because you already have the table, so what we're going to do is, let's see if we can take this part out because we want TRs now. You want this to be changed to D. Let's change all these to D's, guys. All right, now instead of these things, how are we going to do this? We're going to put, so we can do this quick. Let's see. I'm going to say boom, doom, doom, like that, and dune. So let's take this out. Like that, that's how I'm going to do it. So we're going to cut this. We'll put it on right in there. Put it right. Oops. In there. See, you got this with that one. This one goes with that one. This one goes with this one. This one goes with this one. Do you want to show ID? Maybe we do show one. Like that. Okay, so this one belongs to that one, that one belongs to this one, blah, blah, blah. That belongs to that one, that belongs to this one, and this one belongs to this one. Very good. Now, in between this is where you're going to reference the table. I mean, the array, right? And since you call this C data, that's what you're going to use. $C data, like that. Oops, a daisy. Like that. That is what you're going to be using. So how about if we put in here, and since we don't have to worry about, see, when you do this, like that, make sure the stuff, if you're going to use quotes, make sure there are single quotes like that. Otherwise, it cancels it. If you did this, let's say you had some command, this is going to be like, oh, here's the first start of it, here's the end. Then it sees this, oh, this is the first, this is the end. This is the first and the end. It depends on what logic you're using, what, you know, how you connecting different things together, combining them, then it will fail if it saw that. So if you're gonna use just, let's take that out. Wow, it's funny how that does that. If you're gonna do a lot of stuff like this, and within, let's say if you only had a quotes here and quotes there, that everything in here should be what? Single quotes. Because single quotes don't expand your variable. You won't be able to see what the value is. You're gonna get the actual name. The name that you just put here is what you're gonna see come up printed on the screen instead of the value. Anyway. Alright, so we're going to use, let's do the old single, right? Menu. I could do this now because it's not within, but just to keep it like, alright, so this is what I want to do. I want to do this. I want to cut this, and I'm going to stick it right in there. Stick it right in there. Stick it right in there. And then over here, we're going to see we're doing ID. We'll do the original stuff, right, that came from the database. So we'll say temp ID. Then here you're going to say temp. What is it? Hold up. To be sure. Yep. Temp. First. Name. Wait a minute. Yeah. First name. Like that. Let's copy this. Stick it in as the last name. So you got your ID, first name, last name, I guess this would be temp email. Now that you close this up, and now this closes this whole row, you're gonna have a whole bunch of row, and then this is gonna go like for all the, but since you're only calling one, if you did this as a star and that's it, nothing else, no one person, then you get like a whole bunch of TRs like that, right? But since you're only doing one, but you still do it like that, you get in practice of doing it. And then over here, after that is done, then you're gonna save. Take all that crap out, because you need to close this guy. You need to close the table element. So let's see. Let me see. You got this. You got that. Let's fix this up. This goes with this one. Should we put a? Yeah, let's do it like this. Then this one goes with what? With this one. Which happens to be this one. So you do this. This goes with that one. This goes with this one. Like that. And of course this one goes with this one right here. This is how you keep track of stuff when you're doing things, because it will get confused. Alright, so let's see. We do this, we do that. It's like, you think I'm going to have an error? Let's see. Probably. And I think I was careful this time. Yes. Now, what I want to do is, this is the end part of this button. I think we got it all, but what I wanted to do is to at least do the email thing again. I mean, he showed it to you before, but I wanted to show you again that you could put it in a function. Now right here we could have had a button right here that says to also run a function to run, but basically what I wanted to do was for when you create a report, it's just a report, but when you do the insert, where are we? We did it already before, but I wanted to show you. Let's take these spaces. Yeah, one space is good. This is for you, so you can read it, you don't get confused. You got your refresh, read JSON. I think we're missing one. View, search. Okay, this is your file thing. Right here, see how you got this? Let me see. You inserted it, right? You executed it, you said you do it, then you do this, and then it sends this automatically. What you could have done now is just run like this. What should we call it? That's a good question. If I were to do, let me see, say I can call it send PHP mail, send PHP, yeah, right? And then you got this, and of course this stuff here. So if you did this, let me save this and get rid of that, put a semicolon there, and then close that up. And see, by you doing this, you inserted the information, right? You did the binding, you executed, that means that information went into the database. Now you want to let somebody know, so what do? You run a function. Remember I told you that you kind of could do this before having a function below, which you can move later on over here. Like you can kind of push it. Where is it? Like right here, you can kind of push it over here. You know, you can put it here, or you can kind of put it right there. But we're gonna put it down here, below, like so we can check. We might have to do a few little adjusting. Let's see. Where are we? Is this the report part that we just finished? Yes, we did. So let's get rid of all this and let's put it in here. We're going to say function. That will be your function, right? And this is what I wanted to show you. You could say, well, you're sending the $f name. What would be the name of the form? First name, last name, and email, but we call the ID. Let's go to the top. That's right here. Oh my God. These people, they don't. Alright, well, this is what we're going to do. Let's put it over here for now. I'm going to take this out because we don't need it. Take this out. Take this out. Who cares about this? So what I want to do is put this one here. Put this one here. Take this one. Let's see. And we'll get rid of it because we don't need it. Just leave one up. Okay, so we're here. Since this information in there, now we're gonna say $2 equals to dollar. Where is the dollar? Dollar email. I mean, ID email. This would be dollar subject. That should be, I don't know, anything you want to put here. Just say new client entered, inserted, in database, like that. Let's change this, fix that up. New client inserted in database. We'll keep it like that for now. Let's bring that down. Let's go up a bit. Then over here we're gonna do the message itself. We could just say what kind of message you would put. Oh, we'll say the same thing. What the hell? Just say the same thing. So you go like this, dollar and message equals to that's weird. Like that, let me see. New client inserted into your database. Here's their email. And we say $ID email, like that. That's good enough. You know, you could do whatever you want. You could push anything you want there. So now we're going to do headers because we do the header thing. So we're going to say headers. And then we're going to say from, let's just say admin. And then you could say admin at gmail.com, something like that. Then, of course, you're going to need your let's do this. Now in this one, we're going to keep adding, I think there's two, I believe, two of them. One of them is for the reply to thing. You don't really have to, but let's take this out. I'm going to say something like reply. You know how you always notice that thing? Reply to, I'm going to say admin at gmail.com. I'm going to talk a little bit more about these things on another video, like deep dive kind of, because it's a lot of stuff. And then we got, what else we got? Oh yeah, we're going to tell her that it's a text. I don't know. We could do, like we got something called content. I think we showed you that. Then you go type. Then you're going to say to text, just in case you want to send like HTML too, and you can do that. And then I guess you could actually put in this here. This tells it that you want return or go to the next line. Return, go to the next line. Return, go to the next line. It's kind of what I normally see anyway. So then what you do is you say, let's echo it because now this stuff is going to work anyway. So what we're going to do is we're going to say mail. If it was, remember this works in a production machine, not localhost. Because I can't seem to get it going into my localhost. But I know for a fact I have websites like this that's actually sitting in a, I don't know why this Chrome does this, but if I put this in Fox and the other ones, no problem. It'll tell me that little lock. It won't show you that, but for some reason my Chrome, and I don't want to erase everything, like erase all the whole buffer, because I got passwords and stuff that I use, and I don't want to get rid of all that crap. So what I do is I use it in another, look at this, see this right here? I'm going to be teaching you how to do this. But this is done by JavaScript. Yes, this is a PHP thing, but I figure if you learn all this PHP thing, right, the thing about connecting to a database using PDOs and MySQL, the actual driver that uses MySQL database, right, to read, debate, update, delete, all that stuff, you can do it in both. I always say use PDO, much better, but I want to show you PDO full, and I want to show you again MySQL, two basic way of reading a database. It's something that you should know. Another thing you should know, also because they ask for it, hey, can you do this? Because I have clients and I want I want this, I want rotation. Get it? When somebody puts something, oh, I love your work, I love your website, thank you very much, then you can put that stuff in there. Plus, on top of that, you want to go down, right? You want to do this. Let me bring this down a bit. This is where is it? Right here, portfolio. So if you want to do this, see how it went nicely, nice and smooth? I'm going to show you how to do that. There was another, let me show you something else before we go on. This is another website I did for a woman, right? And look how smooth this goes. Plus, it gives you the menu like that. I'm going to show you how to do that. And if for some reason you wanted to go to About Us, it takes you there. But if you want to go back to the account, it takes you right back. We're going to go to Buy YS, take you right back. You want to go to Resource, takes you there, Account, Contact. It kind of takes you right there. So I'm going to teach you how to do this website too. Look how simple it is. See? Nice, right? Okay, so let's go on with the last piece, and then on the next video I'm going to give you the whole full thing. Right? So basically in an email, on this email thing, I want to do what is the thing that we normally do? We're going to do the $2, right? Because that's the one we enter first. Then we're going to say $subject. Man, I'm getting hungry. Don't you hate that? You're busy, then you get hungry. Don't forget that comma. Then what you want to do is you want to say the message, and of course you want to show the header. It's just telling your mail utility that it's going to be HTML like this. See? So that information will go in here. But how do you get it in here in the first place? Because this is only declaring. It's not going to work. So if you save it like this, I wonder if I get an error. Let's see. No, that's not it. I'm going to show you that too, by the way. That's the rotation. Let's see, we'll go here. Okay. So far so good. But how you call this, how you get this to be called? Well, what you do is you send that information. Let's do this. And you're going to put it, the space. It's good to keep it in, keep everything nice and tidy. Enough space so you don't get confused, you know what I'm saying? That's your update. I should have put something there telling me that's my update. Like this. We're viewing it. And where are we? Right here. See? This is what you want. Like that. See? So what happens is that first name and last name will go in there. Your subject, something is missing here. Oh no, you know what? If you do a subject matter like this, then you can kind of add it up like this, see? You can go like this. It doesn't matter, you can even add it, but it won't work. Then I'll go in here, see? Subject matter. You don't need this if you're doing it that way. But we're not doing it that way because we got it added in there and we got the message added in there. I just want these three guys to run this. So basically what I'm going to do is where the hell? I just want to do that. See, you're going to call this, you're going to send that information from over here. Of course, it's not going to do this part. See, because it doesn't have those names in here, so we don't have to worry. This is because I was trying to show you, right? I did the dump and I showed you that. So, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to send that in, And we're going to test this out on the next one. What the hell is it? Right here, see? It's going to call this and then it's going to do this. So on the next one, what I'll do is, I want to do it now. 1, 2, 3, and I'll just echo it. So I'll do something like, let's put it in, echo 2 dollar ID email, like that. Then we're going to say echo will be the subject that we just put in. And we can put it in, what the heck. Dollar subject, like that. Then we're going to say echo will be messages, message, without. Then we're going to say dollar message, and then that's it. How about if we just add this in there? Guess we don't need it. I'm going to put just in case there's something below it. I'll do that. Well, that's it. Well, we reached the end, and on the next video, the whole thing, and we'll test it out and we'll discuss it further. So thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed this video and you learned about what Cruel can provide. And if you like, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe. It just takes one moment. Just hit the subscribe. That starting out, I want to get going, and this will help me out. So until next time, a good night.